In Pakistan, where the crisis continues around the hijack of a passenger train, the Jafar Express that plies between Peshawar and Quetta, there are twists and turns at every hour. The BLA, the Baloch Liberation Army, has in the last few minutes said that 214 Pakistani hostages, most of them believed to be security personnel, are still in the control of the Baloch militants, and their latest press statement says that they have executed 50 of them. A differing account comes from the Pakistan army that is claiming the release of close to 200 hostages. I'm Barkha, you're with the Mojo Story. In a moment from now, we'll be speaking to a very, very special guest. This, as a viral video, has surfaced that shows the first few moments when Baloch militants took control of this passenger train that you see on your screen. BLA in the last few moments has said that 50 more hostages have been executed. The Pakistan army has a very different version of accounts of events. However, the point is that it has been a huge embarrassment for the Pakistan military. And the BLA says it is fully in control even now of the passenger train. The representative images that you see on your screen capture the horror of what has happened. And the BLA says that they are in total control of this passenger train. Today has also been a day when a prominent Pakistani politician, the former chief minister of Balochistan, somebody who resigned from Pakistan's parliament, which is known as the National Assembly, a few months ago in protest against what he called atrocities against his people, made a startling statement. He said not 1 inch of Balochistan today is under the control of the Pakistan government. So in Pakistan, after this hostage taking and hijacking of the train in danger of losing control of Balochistan, let me introduce our guest live today. I want to welcome to the program Akhtar Mengal. He is one of Pakistan's foremost Baloch leaders. He's also been the chief minister of Balochistan. He was a member of parliament in Pakistan's National Assembly. And as I said, he resigned in protest. His big statement today is that not even 1 inch of Balochistan today is in control of the Pakistan government, and he is implying that things might be too late for the Pakistani state to recover control. Akhtar Mengal Saab, thank you for your time. I want you to share your thoughts. We all read your comments. Thank you, sir. We all read your comments on Twitter or X. You said that it is now too late. Things are beyond control, beyond your control, beyond anybody's control. What are your first thoughts on what is happening with the Jafar Express, where the BLA is claiming that it is still in control and it has more than 200 hostages in its custody?
Thank you, Balkha. Balkha, it's not all of a sudden these things are happening. But if you look at the history of Balochistan, I think rather commenting on the current issue, we should focus on the history. If you allow me, Barkha, Balochistan's history is a history of betrayal. When Pakistan was created, Balochistan was an independent entity. And in 1948, it was forcefully annexed. And since then, every government has treated Balochistan as a colony rather than a province. My father, Sardar Ataullah Mengal, he used to say, you break till it doesn't hurt anymore. And for decades, Balochistan has been broken through military operations, economic exploitation, and political repression. And until the pain has become unbearable. So now what we see right now is the once you can say part of it which the Baloch people had been facing for decades. Every decade a new military operation has been launched against the Baloch people. The first one was in 1950s under the Khan of Kalat. Then again in 1960s, followed by the brutal operation under the Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, so-called democratic figure in this country, where my father, along with Nawab Khairbash Mari and Mir Hospash Bizanjo, along with all National Awami Party leadership, were put behind bars. Then General Musharraf era saw the assassination of Nawab Akbar Bhutto in 2006. And what followed was a full-fledged insurgency that continues till this day. Each time, the state promises reconciliation, but its action always speaks otherwise. They crushed our voice, but they never crushed the Baloch will. The state is still treating Baloch as a slaves, and they are treating Balochistan as a security problem, not a political issue.
What do you make of what has happened with the train? You say that the history of Balochistan is a history of betrayal. You say that they have treated the people of Balochistan as slaves. Now, what has happened? What do you say about that?
Because that area, particular where the hijacking is taking place, there's no network, so we can't get in touch with anyone. Right now, just before your call, I called one of the journalists who lives nearby. He said what the authorities are claiming that they have killed all the militants, and they are not, saying how many civilian or military personnel have been killed. But they said they have killed all the militants. But what we heard, most of the military personnel, they've been killed during this commando operation, and some of the civilian also got killed in that area. But particularly, we can't confirm until or unless we get the confirmed news from the on-site.
Do you think what has happened with the train, the BLA showing that it can do this, where do you think this leaves the authority of the Pakistan army? Your comment today on social media said not even 1 inch of Balochistan is under the control of today's Pakistan government. Where does this leave the authority, the writ of the Pakistan government, of the Pakistan state, of the Pakistan army?
Pakistan state agencies or establishments, they are busy in other dirty works. They are busy in politics. They are busy in the anti-smuggling stuff. They are least bothered about the situation, what's going on in Balochistan, and what people of Balochistan have been suffering for decades. And particularly, this is not only the first issue. If you go back a couple of weeks ago, there were incidents in Zari Ilaka, where my district, they burned the Tehsil headquarters. They snatched the arms from the police and from the levies. Another area from same district, which is called Ornaj, they burned the militants have occupied the levies checkpost. They've burned the forts. They've taken away the arms from the police and the levies, and also they've racked fire of the vehicles of the levies and the police. And again, Kalat area, we have 26 almost districts. Most of the Baloch district, particularly in Makran, Panjgur is not secure. Turbat is not secure. Gwadar, where the CPEC is lying, that's not secure. Laspela, the militants have attacked the military garrison, the frontier constabulary garrison in Pela a few months ago. There are Bukti, Noshki. You name each Baloch district, there's some, the incidents or sabotage is going on. So when the Pakistani government or the authority, they claim that they are in control, they should prove where the control is. They are in control of parliament, yes. They are in control of election maneuvering, yes. They are in control of, making political alliances, making a new political parties. Yes, they are good in it, and they are very successful in these things. But controlling, if they were in control, How come the train get hijacked? How come your capital, the provincial capital, they are also in high alert?
So, if you're saying that even the Gwadar port is not secure, several districts have no writ of the state. Let me ask you, Akhtar Saab. A few weeks ago, Maulana Fazlur Rahman said in Pakistan's National Assembly that he thought at least 5 to 6 districts of Balochistan could declare independence. He thought Balochistan was no longer in control of Pakistan. I want to juxtapose that with the comment you made on social media today. Do you believe that Balochistan is slipping out of the hands of the Pakistani state?
Barkha, your first question was about Gwadar. If Gwadar was secure, how come the Gwadar airport inauguration took place from Islamabad? If it was secure, the Prime Minister and the Chinese authority would have gone to Gwadar and done the inauguration on the site. But thousands of hundreds of kilometers away from Gwadar, from Islamabad, on network or on television, they done the inauguration. Yes, Barkha, Maulana Fazlur Rahman's statement and my statement. Maulana Fazlur Rahman, his party is very popular in Balochistan also, but we are on the ground. We are son of soil. We know each and every district. We know each area. We know the capacity of the establishment, and we know the capacity, the fight. The militants who have been fighting. It's not in their controls. Even your sitting MP, a member of parliament, when he travels, militants get hold of him, snatch his arms. Even your sitting ministers, they say that we can't go to assembly. The assembly session should be online because it's not secure. The provincial assembly is in Quetta, and the provincial minister and the sitting MPs, they can't, attend the session. They're so scared, and they're so, law and order situation. They are asking the government the assembly session should be online, like they used to do it, the COVID time.
Do you believe that the fact that this train could be hijacked in this manner, and as you said, the details are hazy. The BLA says that it has executed 50 more hostages. The BLA says it released the women, children, and civilians. The Pakistan army says that it rescued them. They're very differing accounts. But either way, the fact that this could happen at all, do you believe that it is a failure of the Pakistan army?
Well, you can. What other name you can give it? If I mean, they the Pakistan, the ISPR, they claim themselves that most of the civilian have been released, but the military personnel, they are in their custody. The military personnel are in their custody. Isn't this failure? How they trained for? What they are trained for? They are not ordinary.
Can you hear me? All right. Akhtar Mengal, the former Chief Minister of Balochistan, is speaking to us from his village in Balochistan. This is live. His network is not very good, as you can understand. He is in a remote village of Balochistan. Balochistan is, of course, the epicenter of the global headline where a passenger train has been hijacked, and that standoff continues with the Baloch Liberation Army saying that it still has 214 of Pakistan security personnel in its captivity. Mr. Bengal, can you hear me? Okay, let's try and dial him again. In the meantime, yeah, you're back. We lost you briefly. You're back. Go ahead.
Now I can hear you. It was disconnected.
No problem. You said in the Pakistan army, you said, what else is this if this is not a failure? Go ahead. Complete your point. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a failure. I mean, there were military personnel who were traveling in the train. Even your military personnel, they can't travel by road. They can't travel by train. So, isn't it failure?
what happens next according to you? What happens next? What happens now according to you? Because the military will crack down in an even bigger way. You resigned as a member of the National Assembly of Pakistan, saying you were pushed against a wall. You called out the Pakistan military's crackdown on the people
Hello.
of Balochistan. Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Mr. Mengal, can you hear me? Akhtar Saab, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's also I was worried. I said that we have a network issue.
No, I can hear you. I was saying, what do you think will happen next?
Hello.
Can you hear me, sir?
Can you, Barkha? Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. What do you think will happen next? What do you think will happen next now, given this standoff? What happens now?
Barkha, as usual, they will start a military operation, which is going on. Obviously, the military operation has not been stopped. So they will, what they will do, they will kill the innocent people, the people who are in their custody, like missing persons. They have been doing this for long. They will kill and dump their body, and they claim that we have killed so many militants. That's what they will do. But the hatred, which has been, going on in Balochistan against the Pakistani regime, Pakistani establishment, that will increase, obviously.
Yeah. Can I ask you to comment on the fact that that today we had a member of the Shehbaz Sharif government trying to cover up this failure of the Pakistan army by making bizarre allegations against India. This is a Baloch movement. It is a fight that the people of Balochistan have fought. This hostage taking is by the Baloch Liberation Army, and yet we have seen one of the prominent members of the government of Pakistan blame India and Afghanistan. What are your comments on this? I mean, it is quite bizarre.
Barkhan, no one can deny that foreign interests exist in Balochistan, given its geostrategic location, rugged terrain, and vast natural resources. But the real question is, who has enabled foreign interference? Who has created the condition that allow external hands to succeed? The state has terminated the Baloch people to such an extent that many have been left with no choice but to retreat to the mountains. Who is responsible for that? Did some foreign power instructed the Pakistani establishment or the government to abduct the people, torture the young people, students, political people, activists? Did any outside forces told them to deprive Balochistan to the point that its people felt that they had no other path? No, this is entirely their own doing, which they are suffering for. How many warnings we did give them? We live in Balochistan and we see the pain.
Why did somebody like you quit as you were you were a member of the Pakistan National Assembly? Why did you resign?
Hello?
I was saying, what made you resign? What made you resign as a member of the Pakistan National Assembly, Pakistan's parliament? Why did you resign?
Barkha, I've been in parliament for long. First, I was elected in 1988 when I became a member of the provincial assembly. I joined the parliament hoping that the dialogue would bring change. I presented the list of the missing persons. I spoke about the Baloch rights, but what happened? Only silence, ignorance. The same cycle of the oppression continued. My people have lost faith in parliamentary politics because every government comes with promise and leaves with Balochistan still in chain.
So where does this leave somebody like you? You say that your people have lost faith in Pakistan's parliament. Now, on the one hand, is the Baloch Liberation Army. On the other hand, is someone like you who's a chief minister of Balochistan in the mainstream of politics today. You say you don't have faith in that process. So where does that leave somebody like you? And are you worried that Pakistan will balkanize? Are you worried that Balochistan will break away? Or is that something that you want today? Because a lot of people of Balochistan want that. What do you think will happen to Balochistan? Will it remain part of Pakistan?
Uh, but I have no hope from Pakistan establishment and particularly Pakistani politician. But when I say I have no hope, because I have tried my level best. I've been part of this parliament. I've been chief minister. We have been member of the federal cabinet and the provincial cabinet. But I think we are just banging our head against the wall. And now everything is, in the hand of the young generation. What they have decided, I think the people of Balochistan, they will follow them. We can't change their direction. If we try to change their direction, we will be called, the traitor of the Baloch nation. So I don't want to be called as a traitor of the Baloch nation. Yes, people have called us traitor of Pakistani, traitor. They have called us Indian agent. They have called us American agent. They have called us. They used to call us KGB agents. But I don't want my generation to be called as a traitor of the Baloch nation.
Yes. So let me ask you a final question, Akhtar Saab. You say you don't want to be called a traitor of the Baloch nation, that whatever the young people of Balochistan now decide is what will happen next. But given all your experience in politics, what do you think will happen next? As you said, the Pakistan military will do a massive crackdown. Innocent people will get caught up in it, according to you. Do you believe that Pakistan can retain control over Balochistan the way things are going?
I think the only choice Pakistan has left, they have tried their level best. They have used every weapon against the Baloch militants. They have used every methods, even the political maneuvering they have done. They've tried to change Baloch youth's mind. They've tried to convince Baloch people, but they have failed. Now, only choice they have left, the bomb they have tested in Balochistan, the nuclear. If they can use it against Baloch nation, that's the only solution they have. Otherwise, I don't think so. Baloch youth have any space left to go along with Pakistan or live in Pakistan.
So you are saying that unless they actually think of using a nuclear bomb, they cannot control the the people of Balochistan.
Hello?
I said that's a big statement, what you just said. You said the only option the Pakistani state has is to use a nuclear bomb, because without that, things have reached such a pass that they will not be able to control the people of Balochistan.
Barkha, they have used the jet aircraft. They have bombed our villages. They have burned our villages. They have used their best commandos. They've used, all the artillery they had against the Baloch people, the militants. They have failed. They have to acknowledge they have failed. Now, if they want a solution, they should sit and talk with the Baloch people. Those who are leading, we are not leading. Those who are leading the militancy, they should go and talk with them.
Well, it's a big statement from you, Akhtar Mengal, a former chief minister of Balochistan, one of the most prominent politicians from Balochistan in Pakistan. We thank you for talking to us, but I want our audience to process what you just said. You said their only option, there being the Pakistan army, is to use a nuclear bomb in Pakistan. Otherwise, they cannot control the anger today, the aspirations of the young people of Balochistan. I just want to take that statement up on our screen. A huge, huge statement from the former chief minister talking exclusively to us here. Akhtar Mengal, sir, thank you so much for your time. And we will hope to reconnect with you as the days go along. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.